So here I am in the Basel Fair 2017 with one of my favorite people, and I think one of the most innovative, courageous, and extraordinary people in the watch industry, Mr. Marc Hayek. And I've been in Switzerland for about 10 days now. I had a week in Geneva and now 2 days in Basel. And I was pretty tired this morning, and I came in and I put a watch on my wrist, and it absolutely transformed my life. And it's this watch. So this is the new Blancpain 50 Fathoms mil-spec. Is that what we're calling it, Mark?
Yeah.
And it's absolutely amazing. I love it because it's really this amazing merger between sort of beautiful sort of vintage codes, like for example the moisture indicator here, for example, and the rhomboid markers that you see with this beautiful sort of like vintage luminova. But it also has amazing innovation. One of my favorite things is it's one of the, I think only 2 watches in the whole industry that has a luminous dive bezel. And here you see it's been done by having the luminova underneath a piece of sapphire crystal. And that was something that Marc innovated when he remade the 50 Fathoms. Isn't that correct?
That's right, that's right. It was more or less my first re-baby of Blancpain.
Amazing. Tell me a little bit about, about this watch, because you've done a beautiful reincarnation of the 50 Fathoms. You've made several different versions, but this one to me is just simply extraordinary. Tell me about this, please, Marc.
Yeah, it's a piece also for me that is, as you already said, it was after Blancpain, I discovered more the 50 Fathom history.
Yes.
And
yes.
wanted to really bring in the same time, like you said, the vintage and modern technology.
Fantastic.
Back alive.
Yes.
And that was in this form, in
yes.
this shape and this size,
yes.
2003 limited series. And
how many pieces will you make of this?
Of this, 500.
Okay, so hopefully I will be one of the lucky 500 that can have one.
You'll be the first and
oh, thank you.
Number.
Thank you,
It's
Marc.
an honor.
Thank you, Marc. That's so kind of you. The size is 40 mm, am I correct?
Yes.
It's beautiful. The size is perfect. It's extraordinary. Marc, you make me dream. It's amazing. Now, let me ask you this. What I love about what you do is it's a beautiful sort of homage to the past, but always bringing the game forward in terms of technology as well. What movement do we have in this watch?
It's the 1150, 51 from Blancpain, but new version, silicium hairspring.
So, which I love, So again, you have a watch that not only is a dive watch, but it's also amagnetic as well. Yeah. So you've got a watch that, for example, if you go near a speaker, if you go near a convection stove, for example, the watch won't get magnetized and it will always be accurate, correct? And that's what you want from a dive watch at the end of the day,
Absolutely.
correct? Yeah. Tell me a bit about the 50 Fathoms and why it occupies such a special place for you.
Yeah, for me the 50 Fathom is one side for Blancpain something important because it's really one of these moments in the life of the brand in the early 50s, I think, where we did something, Blancpain did something that changed the watch, changed a bit of still up to today what you see as a diving watch.
Yes.
With the young
yes.
bezel and marked
yes.
The points. And at the same time it's for me something special because that's my biggest passion is besides cars, but even before cars was the ocean and the diving.
That's amazing.
So it has a lot of elements that are
fantastic.
For me a bit more than just a new model.
Beautiful. And okay, so we had this incredible honor to work with you on a bathyscaphe last year as well, and it was a watch that was a little bit smaller in dimension than people were used to, but in the end the market seemed to like that.
Yeah, I loved it. Actually, that's the really the pushing stone that we said, okay, we do it in this size.
Yes.
We revive the smaller size 50
Amazing.
iteration because we've seen the feedback from the Revolution piece we did with you.
Oh, wonderful!
And that was really a great success, great feedback
yes.
in the community, and this really gave the birth of this project.
Excellent. Now let's switch gears a little bit and talk about another one of your brands, Breguet. Well, I should probably also congratulate you on the fact that you oversee 3.5, I guess, brands because you help out with Harry Winston
yeah.
as well. But let's talk about Breguet a little bit and about this extraordinary equation of time ultra slim tourbillon that I've just seen. First thing, what I love is the fact that the equation cam is on a piece of sapphire that rotates obviously once in a year, and underneath it is the ultra flat tourbillon, which is being powered by the exterior of the cage so you can see all the way through.
As you said, I fell in love with during the development of our ultra slim automatic move
yes.
tourbillon.
Yes.
Because it gives the possibility of not only thickness but placing the rotor outside
yes,
the
yes.
of the
well, yeah, we should
movement.
mention that also because that was extremely innovative, the fact that you put a peripheral rotor on the movement, and so that it was an automatic watch, but the mass was on the exterior,
yeah.
right?
So finally got away the get the beauty back of the manual movements, but the comfort of the automatic.
Fantastic.
And it should be, that's why we do it on this base, you know,
Yes.
develop something further. And additional, I always loved the equations because
I do too.
It has something
Yeah.
fascinating
Yes.
of calculating
Yes.
time, of understanding
Yes.
time, what we're doing.
Well, it also reminds us actually the time that we have today, civil time, is actually not really time, right? It's a how shall I put it? It's the best adjustment that we could possibly make to have some sort of ability to track the days in a logical manner. But actually, if you talk about real time, it's related to the orbit of the Earth around the Sun, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, so this always had a fascination, but at the same time it was very small market, small clientele.
Yes.
Because you have a high complication.
Yes.
And especially you see the comment, first thing is,
Yes.
oh, Torbjörn, why doesn't it move? And being able to combine it and keep it slim and variable
Yes.
was one other element. And it's a marching equation, naturally.
It's amazing.
And additional to that, it's also the beginning of, we know the marine collection, Breguet, but that's, you see it will, it's actually really more adapted to metal strap.
Absolutely.
That will come.
Yes.
I say this with Basel always, you don't finish everything. But
Yes.
That's actually beginning of what we will see in the next 2 years.
Yes.
Renovating our marine line.
That's
it's,
absolutely beautiful.
The start of a new collection.
Stunning, stunning, absolutely. And then lastly, let's talk about the amazing watch that's on your wrist. I believe it's called Loving Butterfly, but you know, again, so it was a double whammy this morning. So after I saw the mil spec 50 Fathoms, I was already just, all I could think about is when can I get mine, when can I wear it? Then I saw this. And you know, Jaquet Droz is the master of automatons, but you were really had brought this language of automatons to such a high level with the charming bird, and now with the Loving Butterfly as well, to see this cherub in a chariot with a butterfly in 3 dimensions, flapping its wings as the chariot moves. I mean, it's incredible, you know? So tell us a little bit about that development and what it means to you, Marc.
That actually started...
Can we show the watch to the camera, maybe? Yeah.
Sure. We can actually make it work.
Fantastic.
You know, it's upside down. Whoop. Whoop. But it started with a book about Jaquet Droz.
Yes.
I've seen the little drawing.
Yes.
In the early 18th.
Yes.
With the calèche, with the little and the butterfly pulling it.
Yes.
And I said, well, you know, we should do something. We have a lot of themes with the birds.
Yes.
And what we know from Jaquet Droz.
Yes.
That's something, you know, coming from his time, really beautiful, romantic, different.
Wonderful.
Design. And
Wonderful.
Bringing that life with Automata, that is not something that we already know, that is not a repeater, but it's just a poetic interpretation.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, that's absolutely amazing. And you turn it off like that. And I also love the fact that you've made it so intelligent in terms of how to wind the watch as well. So you just go the traditional direction for winding the movement of the watch, and then the opposite direction for winding the movement of the automaton, which it was so easy to understand. It's such a lovely watch, Marc.
It's also an advantage that it's really, we developed the movement side completely in Blancpain.
Yes.
And it's really nice to work with, slowly but surely we started getting a team together.
Yes.
That is outside of the thinking.
Yes.
Of Blancpain.
Yes.
Or other clients. We are working with the Jaquet Droz team.
Yes.
But developing the whole movement.
Wonderful.
You know, it's not just an automatic
yes,
ad or
yes,
something.
Yes.
That's
you have to start from the ground up to
rewind
create
there,
something like
you have
that.
trip bar,
That's amazing.
You have a more complete view of possibility.
Yes.
and different logic. And
Fantastic.
also for the people, it's I see it's fun.
It's
fun
wonderful
to work because you never do that.
Yes.
You don't
Yes.
think like that when
Yes.
you do whatever tourbillons, repeaters.
Yes.
And it's nice to see this creativity that is the spark. Is coming over.
That's wonderful, Marc. You know, you make Basel Fair such a wonderful experience for me. So santé, cheers.
You make it really fun to be here.
It's a pleasure. and actually, I just also would like to say a special thank you to one very a great person who you probably don't see on camera very often, and that's Jean-Charles Zuffre, who is, what I've learned is that he's always right. So I just listen.
This is feminine side.
Yeah, right? I know, of course. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Marc. Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.